Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Allie, and in today's video, I have another testing popular slime recipes video for you. This is the fourth one that I've done here on my channel, and I will link all the previous ones in the description below if you are interested in checking them out. In today's video, we are testing out the pearl slime, the butter slime, the super sparkly slime, and the glow-in-the-dark slime. I found all these recipes on Pinterest, and they were really fun to test out. If you have any other questions or concerns after watching this video, just ask them in the comments below and I will try very hard to get back to you as soon as possible. And without further ado, we're just gonna get right into this video. So this first slime recipe turned out to be very easy and semi-successful. You are going to need to start off with some clear glue. To the clear glue, you want to add a little bit of white school glue. I did about 1/4 of the amount of the clear glue that I added to the bowl. Then all you want to do is add in some glow-in-the-dark paint and mix it all together. Then I added in a slime activator. For my slime activator, I'm going to be using Flow in all of these recipes. I find it to be the best method for making slime, so I just added it in gradually and mixed it together until I was happy with the consistency. Once all of the slime came together, I just pulled it out of the bowl and I started kneading it on a hard surface. This is very sticky at first, but as I continued kneading it and kneading it and kneading it, it really came together and made a nice stretchy slime. If I feel like my slime is a little too firm, I usually let it sit on a hard surface for about 2 to 3 minutes, and it usually gets very thin after that, and it is much stretchier and much easier to play with. So before the big reveal, I took a flashlight and I went over my glow-in-the-dark slime for about 2 to 3 minutes, and as you can tell just in the corners, it is really working. You can see how bright the slime is getting, and then I shut the lights off and I let the magic happen. This slime was super easy to make and very fun to play with, but in the future, if I was to make this again, I would probably look for another recipe or another method to make the slime actually glow, because the glow-in-the-dark paint only made the slime glow for about 1 to 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes, it became very dim, and in order to make it glow again, I had to use a flashlight over and over again. Now onto one of the most visually appealing slimes I've ever made in my entire life, the super sparkly glitter slime. For this, you're going to need some Elmer's glitter glue. I am using pink glitter glue, and I'm just trying to get as much of the glue out of the container as I possibly can. To do that, I filled up the bottle about 1/4 of the way with water, shook it up, and then poured the rest into the bowl. To make it super sparkly, I added in 2 more containers of glitter. The glitter in the actual glue is pretty fine, so I decided to add in some pink chunky glitter and some purple chunky glitter to give it a little bit more dimension. And then again, I just mixed it all together. To finish off the slime, I'm just adding in my slime activator about a teaspoon at a time, and I'm just mixing it until I get a consistency that I'm really satisfied with. As with all slimes, once you're done adding in your slime activator, you want to take it out of the bowl and start kneading it down on a hard surface. I will say I'm not particularly sure what the formula for the glitter glue is, but it was a lot stickier than any glue that I've used in the past. I had to add a lot more slime activator to make the slime than I have with any other slimes that I've made in the past, but once I continued kneading it, it became a lot more manageable to play with and a lot less sticky. And here's the final product. This is hands down the most beautiful slime I have ever made in my entire life. It was so shiny, so shimmery, so sparkly, and so much fun to play with. Adding in that extra glitter definitely took it to the next level. The only thing I will say about this slime that I wasn't a huge fan of was that it was just very, very sticky. No matter how much slime activator I added in, it was still extremely sticky. I didn't want to add too much in because I didn't want to turn it into a putty. But with all of that aside, it's freaking gorgeous. Butter slime time. This slime actually blew me away. I ended up making it with my students the very next day after filming this video, and they were equally as obsessed with it as I was. So it gets the adult stamp of approval and the kid stamp of approval. To make the slime, you want to start off with a very basic fluffy slime base. To make the fluffy slime, you need some glue, you need some lotion, and you need some shaving cream, and you just need to mix it all together. Guess what we're gonna do next? I sound like a broken record at this point, but the very next thing that you wanna do is add in your slime activator, and you just wanna mix it together until your slime has formed. Take your slime out of the bowl, again, place it on a hard surface, again, and start kneading it. Before proceeding on to the very next step, I just played with this for a solid 5 minutes because in my personal opinion, fluffy slime is just the best slime to play with. It is so mesmerizing. Once I was done playing with it, I placed it back down on the hard surface and I spread it out flat so it was easier to add in the clay. One of the main components to making butter slime is to add in an air dry clay. I got mine at Michael's and it was very, very cheap. I took about a third of the package and I added it into the fluffy slime that I had laying flat on the hard surface, and then I just kneaded it until all of the clay was incorporated with the fluffy slime. Verdict, this slime was everything. It was super easy to make, and more importantly, it was super fun to play with. I would easily give this slime recipe a 2 thumbs way up high into the sky. The last slime that I decided to test out is the pearl slime. For the slime, you're going to need to pour some clear glue into a bowl, and then you want to add in some iridescent pearl powder. I read online that you could just use a powdered highlighter, so that is exactly what I am doing here. I'm using a highlighter that I'm not a super big fan of, so I decided instead of just wasting it, I can use it to make some slime. I guess that is technically wasting it, but at least I'm having some fun with it. I poured the entire container into the glue and I mixed it all together, and you're going to notice it gets a holographic iridescent look to it, which is really, really cool. Then I added in my slime activator and I just mixed it all together until I was really happy with the consistency. The final step, can you guess it? Can you guess it? If you said to knead it all together, you are absolutely correct. Just knead it all together and then you are good to go. Here's what my final quote-unquote pearl slime looks like. I don't know if I would necessarily consider this a pearl slime. It looks really, really nice, but it doesn't have that sheen that I've seen in all of the other pearl slime tutorials. So this one was kind of a fail for me. It was really fun to play with and the consistency of the slime was amazing. But if I was to do this one again, I would definitely try to add in about 3 or 4 times as much of the pearl powder as I did in this video. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet and you enjoy my videos. I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you so much for all your love and support. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys!